Hello, welcome to DGA Live. My name is Tyler Brickley. I am your host and the marketing manager of DGA, the Disc Golf Association, founded in 1976 by Steady Ed Hedrick, shortly preceding the founding of the Professional Disc Golf Association and our sport as a whole. The maker of baskets, I'm going to see how long I can keep this intro going. Purveyor of disc golf goods for the last 45 years. The company that founded the sport and invented the original disc golf basket, the design of which has remained largely unchanged to this day. DGA still finds itself at the top of the leading basket manufacturers in the world. But that's only a part of what we do here at DGA. We also make amazing apparel, discs to die for, although don't be so dramatic, disc golf accessories, bags now. We have one of the best teams in the game. And we can make a mean espresso. Little known fact, we have a drive-thru at our Watsonville location that you have to be a member to take part in, and the membership fee is steep. So that's DGA in a nutshell. Okay, I'm just being handed a bulletin. Oh, thank you.
My mom said he got these for your stream.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I have been gifted some St. Patty's cookies and lights. As if this thing wasn't a clown show enough for some of you. Thought we'd put a string of lights around this guy's neck. Where was I? I think I was talking about how professional we are. Oh, all right. We've got a fun show because this is the live stream that we've done twice in the past. Since this is a relatively new program and we just do it once per year, I am very excited when I get the opportunity to interview the winner of the RePlay program. But before we bring him in, we're going to... Sorry, I forgot to set up the chat. You all need the reward of seeing your comments on the screen. That should do it. Let me see here. Chat... And there we go. Okay, perfect. There we go. Happy St. Patty's, everyone. Now, there is a discrepancy. I think it's St. Patty's, right? Or is it St. Patty's? One is correct. It's either the T or the D. I see it a lot in my marketing groups. Don't forget. It's this, not that. But obviously, I forgot immediately after that. Let me give you a brief overview of the RePlay program before we bring in Tim and talk about this year's recipient. This is a program that we started officially a few years ago, but as we're going to talk with Tim, DGA's been doing this for quite a while. I mean, we've given away courses to stimulate course growth in local areas several times in the past, and Tim's got an interesting anecdote for us with that. But the official RePlay program started a few years ago, and what it is once per year, we award a local community 18 Mach 7 baskets, which are, depending on if you're Camp Mach X or Mach 7, the most elite level championship target in the industry. Again, I'll leave space for people who love the Mach X. You guys can argue about the 7 and the X all day. I'll join the argument. It's an argument worth having. But some of the nicest baskets in the industry, they get 18 to replace the baskets on their course. But it doesn't stop there. They then take the baskets that were on the existing course and they upcycle, or pay it forward, if you will, those baskets to a new course. They replace baskets at a different one. They make a completely new course. Or what we've seen the last couple of years is they make several new courses out of them. This year's recipient is using their 18 original baskets to create 2 new 9-hole courses at local schools. Last year, they did like 4 micro courses at lots of different schools. So it's one of the most rewarding programs that we get to be a part of. I mean, let's be honest. When we sell you a disc, we don't care about you. Okay? We just want your money. And that's on our website, on the homepage. Okay? Give us your money for this disc. We don't care about you. Somebody clip that. That's the official stance of DGA. But this program is different. This program is like a win, 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 win. The growth and the ripple effects that we're seeing from this program, we're only just beginning to see because it's only gone on for a few years. But this, the baskets going in here led to these 2 new courses, which has led to this course getting installed, which has led to this school system over here seeing those. And now they want to, have baskets on there. So anyway, it's exponential. Like I said, it's a ripple effect, and it's something that we are very excited about and proud of. So with all of that said, I think it's time to bring in this year's recipient. Mr. Tim is waiting in the wings. Let's bring him in. Tim, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Tyler. How are you?
Hang on. Happy St. Patty's Day, Tim.
I don't have one, so.
Well, I'm going to take mine off because I want you to at least think for the next 20 or 30 minutes that I'm a professional. So,
Do you want to have that argument right away about Mach 7 versus Mach X?
tell me your take, please. I want to hear.
Mach 7 for sure.
Okay, and what do you think?
Chain assembly is great. Catches soft putts and hard putts. Doesn't cut through the band inside, the hidden band inside for visibility. Sounds good when the discs hit those chains. I love the sound of the chains.
You're singing my song. I can kind of vicariously let all my real thoughts into this stream through you, because there's no basket is perfect. Okay. Like every basket has its pros and cons, but I just feel like with the 7, it's as close to a perfect standardly configured basket that I've ever putted on. I guess that's my take.
And it's traditional too, kind of being old school and a traditional hanging chains without cross links or stuff like that. Definitely Mach 7s. We're happy to be receiving some Mach 7s.
If it would have been Mach X's, would you be like, I don't know, guys?
Yeah, maybe. No, we would have still fine.
You got any Mach 7s over there?
So we trade these for anything?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Tim, let me start off by just saying, hey, congratulations. And obviously your area and your community deserve it. You're going to tell us a little bit, but you've been, out to get this for a while, and you've put in the work. So I won't tell your whole story. Please just kind of take us back and tell us what's led to this moment here.
Yeah, honestly, we've been applying for the program, the RePlay program, probably every year since it kicked off. We may have missed a year or two here and there, but ever since we heard about it, ever since the program kicked off and morphed from what it used to be, or what I say it used to be. I was back in Wisconsin at the time, and originally there were 18 blood red powder coated Mach 3 baskets given away in World's fundraiser tickets, and a local course, Roland Ridge, or a local person won those. They went to Roland Ridge in Wisconsin and Reedsville, which is now one of the top courses in the nation. It's got 3 permanent baskets, 3 permanent tees. That was that program. The blood red baskets was the impetus for one of the nation's best courses nowadays. Then there were subsequent fundraiser raffles for Worlds, where you could win 9 custom powder coated baskets. And then the RePlay program kicked off, and I've always come from areas that are huge in the disc golf development, but lacking funds to really get things moving and kick things off and really achieve that next level. So yeah, we've been applying for these free baskets to replace old homemade ones or other older baskets. Pretty much, like I said, every year since the program kicked off.
That's incredible. I think that right there, one of my concerns with the applicants is we get so many applications, right? And so, I think the concern would be if somebody applied this year, Silver Creek is receiving the baskets this year. Well, then when we do the program next year, they might be apt to think like, well, there was something they didn't see in our application last year, so we're not even going to apply. But what I love about you guys' story is that you kept applying, right? And
Absolutely. I mean, it's just like it's applying for jobs. Really, it's same kind of thing. You're judged against the other applicants. You're judged against the other programs that are out there, and yours might be the best any given year. Yours might be the most worthy any given year. So don't give up. Keep on trying, just like us. Like you could get selected and be overjoyed, and kickstart some incredible development in your community.
So tell us about your community there. You're president of the UP Disc Golf Association there in Marquette, Michigan,
Marquette,
right?
Michigan. Yep, way up in the Upper Peninsula, right on the shores of Lake Superior. There's a pretty rich disc golf history, not long-standing disc golf history, probably fairly recent. There are a bunch of local guys. The history, the area's been big into guts. Kind of the originating area, Calumet, Marquette area, is where guts originated from. That morphed into disc sports, other disc sports, ultimate and disc golf. Silver Creek's actually a very interesting story. There were 18 homemade baskets. We call them the garbage can baskets. They're basically made out of 55-gallon drums, essentially, and they made a horrible noise when you clank off the band or off the side of the basket. The chains were painted and welded permanently to the pole, so they.
Wait, I'm pulling up.
They
You
hurt
sent
the
me some
disc.
pictures. I'm gonna see. Well, here, let me put
There you go, right there.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, don't hit that. Don't hit any of that metal band, either the basket or the top, because it makes a horrible garbage can noise. And those chains are welded to the bottom of the pole, so they have no give. They don't absorb the disc like they're supposed to.
Oh no.
But anyway, those 18 baskets were at Marquette Mountain. It's a local ski hill. And they moved 9 to Silver Creek Church, which is what the beginning of the Silver Creek disc golf course. And 9 went to another course in Ishpeming, a local city nearby. And we actually rebuilt that one last year into an 18-hole course. So that one's kind of going through the same iterations. And then Silver Creek itself started at the church. It moved into the township recreation area next to that. It expanded from 9 holes to 9 holes with good baskets and a better design to 18 holes with baskets in approximately 2013. So for 10 years, we've been playing on some older baskets there at Silver Creek.
I think I've got a picture of the existing baskets too. There were chain stars that went in.
Yep, that one a tree fell on. That's why that one's all bent up on top. A tree fell over the top of that one. We had to.
It wasn't just the power of this gentleman's ace didn't deform that one.
Yeah, Scotty's got a pretty good ace run there, but he didn't bend that basket.
No. I see a bunch of I'm assuming are locals to the UP disc golf community in the chat here. Phil says I still hear that band noise in my nightmares. Dr. Robert says, way to represent our area. Joe Rogers is in there as well, and Mark. Looks like some locals. So tell us about Silver Creek as it exists today. I've got the course map here.
Yep, that's the current layout. There's 2 sleeve locations. It's 2 tees. It's a blue more advanced tee, and it's a red beginner tee. Part of our mission as a group is to offer and build courses that definitely have 2 tees. This course is right near a residential area. Local kids have, since we've put it in, ridden their bikes to the area, walk to the course to play the course. We have a local success story that we kind of talk about. One of the local kids from the time he was, I think, 12 or 13, would ride his bike to the course and play and play and play. He went on to get to be pretty good. He placed fourth in the 2019 Am Worlds, I think, out of those 800 competitors. So he's a local success story who grew up right here playing Silver Creek.
No
give a shout
way.
give a shout out to Keenan Johnson.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've heard that name for sure.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Way to go.
So like I said, half of it, like hole 13 and left 1 through 13 are kind of on the township property, and then the other holes are on the church property, and then they work in a joint effort. That we've worked with them in a joint effort to develop and maintain this course. So we go out as a group and we design the courses, we build them, we maintain them. We run leagues, we run tournaments on it, kind of the whole shebang. There's guys hard at work there building concrete tee pads. You can see they were just framed up. That's all volunteer effort as well. Getting crazy dump truck drivers to drive all around the course and pour concrete on the tee pads.
Is it a prereq that they are crazy? Like, we don't want just any dump truck drivers. Like, we're looking for the right.
Yeah, only the crazy ones will try to drive to the tee pads.
I gotta ask.
The regular ones set up in the parking lot. And you got to take wheelbarrows out for get the concrete out there.
Yeah, so you need the more intense ones. Hang on, let me see if I can put this, because I gotta ask. In our office chat, we were so enamored with this. Where was it? Oh no! Look what I've done. Do you see what's on this tee pad, Tim? And can you tell us why? There's just a lump of bananas on.
That's sustenance. That was because the guys were working hard. I think it was. I actually wasn't there. It was probably August, and it gets pretty sticky and steamy. Everywhere it's hot in August, but up in UP on the lake, it's pretty sticky in August, and the guys are working hard, and they had bunches of bananas out there for nourishment for the guys.
Hey, why not? Good source of potassium. Keep you energized for the next tee pad that you have to pour in. There's several just really. It looks like a gorgeous location. I'm really excited to have Mach 7s in there.
There's just gently rolling hills through there. It's almost 100% wooded. One hole's kind of in the open across this big bowl area. It's more of a like a downhill bomber kind of hole, mini bomber. But you can get away from the heat and the sun, go there and play Silver Creek. There's not as much undergrowth, so you're not worried about losing discs if you hit trees and shank it off the fairway.
So what was it like? Talk us through receiving the call or the email or whatever, where you realized that, oh my gosh, we're going to be this year's recipient of the 18 Mach 7s. And then I'd love to kind of from there talk about what your plans with upcycling your existing baskets are.
So it's a little more complicated than that.
Okay.
I was notified by Caesar. He sent an email and said, "Hey, we want to award you this program. Get your ducks in a row and submit us the documentation that we need, and we'll award you this program." So our original plan is actually working with a local university to develop a course with a local university, kind of get it out to more people, more students at the university versus the schools. But the university had a change of plans. They had a new strategic plan. They had a different development for the area that was in mind, in question, and they said no. So we scrambled a little bit, and we went back to our contacts with the local schools, and all the principals and all superintendents started reaching out to them like, hey, who's really on board right now? Who wants to build a disc golf course? Who would like us to help you develop a disc golf course? And we had 4 respond almost immediately, 4 different schools. We kind of went through and picked and choose the ones that we thought would benefit communities where other activities are lacking, or we had already worked with Marquette Senior High School on a 9-hole design around their property. So that one was kind of further along in the works. We picked that one as one of the recipients. And then we decided to go out to a smaller school, on the fringes of the county, because there aren't many other activities out there for them. and they were willing to accept the baskets, and we'll get them nine baskets out there. They'll upcycle those 9 baskets so that they can have something great to do out there as well.
That's so great. So you guys had to really call an audible at the 11th hour and see, where these baskets could go.
Yeah. We had, there's lots of townships, property owners, parks, schools that have contacted us over the years and said, hey, we'd like a disc golf course. What does it cost? Can you help? How can you help us out? And they're just held back by the cost for the most part, because we're willing to go in there as a group, like I said, and do the design, help with some of the course clearing and course construction, give them all the tips and tricks and pointers and hints that they need to be successful in implementing some kind of course. And then, even help them with maintenance going on. And there is a 9-hole course at a local school. One of the baskets was stolen. We kicked off a fundraiser and helped replace that basket as well. So
nice. Well, it sounds like you guys have such a cool, close-knit community, a lot of volunteer effort and a lot of amazing people up there.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd like to send a shout out to, all the club members, all the hardworking volunteers, all our wonderful, gracious, generous sponsors. It's definitely, the UP is kind of like that, kind of, homegrown and take care of yourself and help out your neighbor. And it definitely shows, in the disc golf community.
Kelly was commenting on how cool your shirt is. I think I have here's the.
Yep. I had to brand. We're the branding. We're the logo.
Yeah, both you and I are glammed up a little bit from our earlier test call.
Yeah.
The difference being you have a whole makeup department there, right? You're like, come on guys, let's get this going.
Absolutely. Doesn't it show?
Yeah, no, that's 100%. Kelly says his family comes from, I don't want to mispronounce this, but I will. Houghton?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. One of the OG, Kelly's been with us a decade and has, probably sold as many or more courses to helped courses go in than anybody. But you worked with Caesar. Caesar's terrible. So sorry.
I don't know. He picked us, so I don't think he's that terrible.
You're like, actually, we're kind of fans of Caesar. See, this whole program was actually Caesar's idea a few years ago. He's like, hey, I was thinking about, this, and I wanted to talk about maybe doing some sort of a, pay it forward sort of course growth stimulation thing. And he's been the driving force behind it. So good job, Caesar. It's been one of the funnest campaigns that we get to do every year. And speaking of course growth for your area, hopefully, right, there's 4 courses that now were kind of had their interest peaked for schools when you started making calls and hey, could somebody take these sooner rather than later? And hopefully it's a situation where those other schools, maybe even that university comes around, when they see those baskets going in and the students out there enjoying it, it becomes a consistent rec activity. And they're like, oh, this is actually they're going to see it on ESPN. They're going to see that people in their town, retailers popping up here and there. And hopefully it continues to stimulate growth even, after this year.
Yeah. And it was kind of hard. It was great. It was wonderful hearing from the schools saying, hey, we want to work with you. We want to develop courses. That's the kind of, talk and excitement that we love to hear. So it was tough to have to turn them down, but the moment we had to turn them down, I reached out and said, we'll still work with you any way we can. We can help you kick off fundraisers. We can help you, get more donations in, apply for different grants and programs that we know about, get you some, some better pricing on some products so that you can get some good disc golf at your school.
Well, 100%. The main thing I hear from Caesar is, we get hundreds of applications in, and then it's like, we can only pick one. You know what I mean? That's the hardest thing because there's so many cool stories. There's so many amazing communities out there, just like you guys. And if we could, we'd love to, anybody that applies, we'd love to award that. But, as it is, we're doing one of these per year. And so it's a really special moment, to be able to award this to somebody. And you guys completely deserve it. Silver Creek is the perfect recipient for this award this year.
We're more than joyed. We're glad to be receiving this.
Well, let me take a couple questions from the chat. If anybody in there wants to ask Tim anything, thank you for giving us your time today to chat with us about this. Hopefully we can have you back on. I'd love to do kind of a follow-up with you, maybe after the sevens go in and your existing baskets are at those schools. We could get some more pictures and things together, maybe do a follow-up later on to see how it's going. Me versus you. Looks like they want me up in UP to break in the Mach 7s with you, do official exhibition round.
It's not that far from where you're at, right?
I'm in Casey, Missouri, so 10 hours, maybe?
Hours.
Okay.
12 maybe.
Drive fast. What's your rating, Tim? If you're over 850, I don't think I'm going to be able to
talk about that. I hadn't played in many events for a while, and I had a really bad event last year, and it dropped under 900, but before that, it's been around like 960-ish.
Yeah, we can't do an exhibition. Sorry, Tim. It's not gonna work out. I have DGA's public image to maintain, so I try not to ever show myself throwing our products because it's not pretty.
Well, you always, what you have going for you is you can say you beat the course designer and you beat the course installer. So
that's what I'm saying, Tim. I think you'd have to throw, is what I'm saying. I think that would have to be scripted, for you to purposefully on hole 17. Oh, look, I just threw my 6th out of bounds shot and Tyler's going to come back for the win. But if you're up for that, yeah, I mean,
yeah, we could stage it. We could make it, a big comeback or something like that.
It was the craziest comeback ever. Tim missed 11 putts in circle 1 on the last hole. I don't know what was happening.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Let me see. Tex says howdy from the Open. Let me see. People are, making fun of me. Probably. That's fair. Bring up Mark. Nowicki.
That's Mark. He's our graphic designer extraordinaire.
Okay.
He does some great job on local T signs. And
is that Mark's work there?
That was one of our founding members, one of our original members. Nate Simpson did that design.
Doc asks, Tim, what is your favorite DGA disc and why? Oh man.
I gotta pick something now. I don't throw much DGA, to be honest with you, but I do like the steady putter. We've got on my own property, we've got a little game we call Dirty Dollar. We throw down to a practice basket and from the fire pit area, and there's a couple of steady putters out there that are used over and over and over again.
Are you the beadless fan of the beadless steady or the just standard beaded steady?
Yeah, I like the beadless.
Same.
I'll use a beaded putter for driving, but beadless just for kind of putting and gentle up shots.
That's fascinating. That's the exact opposite of how I always preferred the beadless off the tee and then would putt with the beaded putter.
Well, what was your rating again?
It was like at least 700 and something. Yeah, no, you're like, it's all coming together.
Yep. Just poking at you a little bit.
No, I love it. Yeah, no, that's perfect. What kind of timeline are we looking at? Asks Mark. Are you asking for me and Tim's exhibition match or for the baskets? I'm not. There's probably some factors pending on that. I'm sure you're in talks with Caesar about
they're in production. He sent it to production, so he said about 8 to 10 weeks before they get here. Great.
Okay, so that's happening soon then. So you'll have that much time, I'm sure, to kind of relocate the existing ones.
Well, and actually, we've got chain stars there now, so the Mach 7s will slide right into the existing sleeves. Like I said, we have 2 locations. So until the schools can accept the old ones, we'll probably have 2 permanent baskets out there for a while. We'll just put the new
Fun.
Mach 7s in right away.
Love it. Oh, that's right. So, because you had said there are 2 pin positions at
Yep,
Silver
yep,
Creek, right? So they'll just
yep.
leave the chain stars or leave
Yeah,
whatever the other ones were.
those sleeves are the same. Yeah, they're chain stars, and the pole diameter and depth of the sleeve is the same, so they'll slide right in.
Perfect. That's so great. So yeah, the second they get there, they can be going
Yep.
in and ready for testing out. Well, I'm so excited for your community because, man, having a Mach 7 course within driving distance is kind of a dream of mine. I need to keep talking to people here in Kansas City, but they're such fun baskets. Oh, hey, I've got an update for you. Caesar says, by the way, we're way ahead of schedule. He's hoping we can ship within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there you go.
we can take them whatever. We got lots of room for storing them.
Yeah.
We won't be able to put them in the ground. I mean, I could move this laptop around and show you what it looks like outside. Show the viewers what it looks like outside here. There's 4 feet of snow on the ground and fresh snow still coming. So we're not
We
getting
could
baskets in anytime soon.
move the camera, but just imagine the color white,
Yeah,
and then that's you kind of got it, right?
lots of snow. You know. Basket like chain depth, height, snow like depth.
Well, Tim, thank you for your time. We'll let you go. Before you go, though, would you, just for people who might watch this, I'm sure people who are applying even years to come, might find this video in search results and watch your interview here. Is there anything that you would have to say to them? Anybody who's considering applying for future replay course growth programs, and how would you encourage them on whether to do it or how to do it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like we talked earlier, just keep applying every year. I mean, nowadays you can cut and paste stuff again. You can, learn from differences. Your goals can kind of change a little bit here and there. You can fine tune some of those details on where you want some of the other baskets to go. And you can come up with a program and a plan that is better than the other applicants, and you can get chosen just like us.
That's great. Well, we'll be talking to you more. Again, thanks for coming on, and have fun with your new Mach 7s.
Yeah, thank you. Can I get a quick shout out too a little bit?
Please.
I'd like to again thank all our amazing course sponsors, generous, amazing local businesses and individuals that fund our development of these courses. Almost nothing is paid for by the property owners. Us as a club buys all the equipment, installs all the baskets, and maintains all the courses. Our original Disc the UP founders, Buck Buchanan, Bud DePietro, Nate Simpson, vital to that original disc golf scene up here. And I was glad to join those guys, and help keep this moving along and accelerating. And then all our current club members and local hardworking disc golf enthusiasts, whether they play or not, we've got people out there that are hardworking and do great things on the course, or just help us with fundraising and other aspects of keeping the club going and running. So appreciate everybody's help out there. Always have. Will always appreciate everybody's help and generosity. It's great. It's a great thing. This program is another bit of that disc golf generosity and great things. So,
Well said. Thank you very much for coming on, Tim. We'll talk to you soon.
thank you. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. That was Tim with Silver Creek. And thank you, everybody, for joining that aren't typically here in DGA Live. I love to see the support for that local community. I think that just kind of goes to show, right? Goes to show what a strong sense of community that you guys have there. Mark, I'm sorry. It looks like I missed a question. Ask Tim about WIB. I didn't. I missed it. Mark, can you tell us what that is? We'll still have snow on the ground in 3 weeks. So it looks like the baskets might be in storage for a minute. Don't lie, you love that gum putt at the Dirty Dollar hole. Baskets and the match. I don't know if that match is actually happening, Mark, but it's fun to think about. Maybe if I could find a reason to get to D-Glow, maybe because I wonder how many hours it would be from there. It's got to be close, right? I know you guys are upper, but within a few hours. All right, we've got a lot going on here. We have, yeah, our pleasure. WIB is Watch It Bend. Tim designs courses all around the region. Oh, okay, okay. Doc, I'm assuming, I know you're a big fan of clear things. I'm assuming you have 150 of these already on their way to you? Being the clear fanatic that you are. The ice quake. Guys, look how flat these are. It's just absolutely insane. You can almost see how flat it is better when I tilt it forward. Because it's just a couple millimeters puddle topped even. Super beefy. Throwanotheround.com. Please go support Austin Turner and our first official collaboration with Another Round Disc Golf. Joseph and his team have been really, really fun to work with. We're hoping to do a lot more with them this year. Oh my gosh, did you not... Doc, seriously, these are insane. And people are freaking out about how flat and overstable they are. These and the new Tour Series Quake both came out so flat. And they're so beefy. They're very similar, if not exactly like First Flight Quakes, which are the ones that people pay $50 to $100 for, you know, on DGA all day, just because they're rare, kind of hard to find, and such a valuable beefy mid-range. Well, if you've been holding on to 120 First Flight Quakes, the market might be interrupted slightly because now there's a couple, the Tour Series coming out soon, and then this Ice Quake you can get at throwanotheround.com. What else? We've also got the Trevor Harbolt SP Flex Swirl. You got to remember all the adjectives with these. You can get at GreatLakesDiscs.com. Or is it GreatLakesDisc.com? That's an interest. Let's find out right now. Let's see if they have both. Disc.com, singular, works. Discs.com does not work. GreatLakesDisc.com. So basically, the First Flight Quake market is dead now. Yeah, poor Jay Kim on Facebook. No, I doubt it. It might. I think the First Flight Quake market is strong enough to last. Doc hates finding his discs after he throws. Hey, Tim's back in the chat. I forgot about the blowfly and the gun putt. Yeah. I've got a couple. Oh man, look at this. I've got some that I bagged for so long that the stamp's actually off of them. I had some that I was doing the old matte ball. Remember that? It's what I tried to call it. Never caught on. But it's illegal now, so you can't. Anybody ever done this? I did it in a few casual runs. It's still fun. You know, you can still, if you're out with your buddies, whatever, it's still a fun thing to do. But it is, as of this year, it is officially illegal, according to the PDGA rules, to do that. And then, whoa, hey, it's a party. Blowfly 2, very fun. Guys, I found a box. I know we have other things. We have the Tour Series to talk about coming soon. If you are not on our socials, you probably know about the Tour Series, because I have so much content from Memorial, and I have been editing stuff, let me just say. So if you're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, or TikTok, you've seen these, and there's still 2 more coming. And then we have in the back, yeah, there's a lot of content right now. We've been chatting about the Tour Series Hurricane, Tour Series Swirl Hurricane, Tour Series Swirl Sail, Tour Series Swirl, Hyper King. Tour Series Swirl, Bonsai. Tour Series Swirl, Pipeline. Tour Series Swirl, Quake. Whew, 6 of them. What is the name of the new fairway going to be? Wouldn't you like to know, Jeff? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to say and then we just announced yesterday that we've got a new proto. We've got a new fairway driver coming out soon. If you've got the in, bring Marweed with you on your way up north. Oh, okay, Joe. I see how it is. So apparently the class clown of DGA is not a big enough deal for you guys, and you want us to bring like an actual celebrity. Apparently, an 800 rated podcast host isn't enough exposure for the UP, and you want like the world's best putter. I mean, if that's the kind of stuff you guys are into, I guess, but hello, Disc Golf Luke. Does stamp matter for the flat ones? No, they're all flat, but if you're asking about these on a throwanotherround.com, I did see you could get them in, pink, black, and clear. So just, since you're a fan of these, you'll want to make sure you select clear. Yes, but the only thing that we are fairly confident of is that it's a speed 9 fairway driver. That's what the team was saying, and it's filling a certain slot in their bag, that kind of slower, very overstable fairway driver spot. So, more information pending about that. Tim, you have a dozen of the signature line. Blue, pink, orange, and even the true rubbery glow fly. Nice. Say ya to the up Tyler. Say ya to the up He's trying to communicate with me. I know it. Yep, Andrew's from the Mitten. He's sponsored by Mitten Bags. I know, Ed. I just didn't want, I didn't want to flex. It's 9:56, Ed. Come on, give me. I need those extra points too. At Tyler, you got to say ya to the up Ya to the up Is this one of those mad gab things where the more I say it? Oh, UP. Oh, you're trying to get me to say UP I don't know what this live stream is, but I am enjoying it. All right, should we check in with our touring team? Let's jump over to UDisc Live and see. Mr. Austin Turner looks like is having a day, even with... Oh, so that's just a single bogey because that was a par 5. Currently tied for second place. Let's go, Austin Turner. Hey, come on. Support the man. He's tied for second place at the Open at Austin. Let's get over to throwanotherround.com and buy his disc. Wow, there's a whole mess of people tied for second place with him. Looks like Vino Makala is at -5 with 2 holes remaining. And Gannon, James, Nick, Corey, other people. Lots of people at -3 with Austin Turner. Go Austin. That's really exciting. Very clean scorecard today with the exception of that single bogey. Now, if you were in our Discord server earlier, you would have jumped in with us to watch Katrina and Allie play on the FPO side. By the way, I'm going to put our Discord in the chat here because... Oh, you're still trying to get me to pronounce that. Think Fonzie? More Canadian or Fargo sounded. Ya to the up Ya to the up Oh, the A is like a Canadian A. Ya to the up Or ya to the UPA. Is that what you're trying to get me to do? Oh yeah, bud, that'd be great to go up to the UP, eh? I'm trying, Mark. I don't know. I'm not an impressionist. Katrina had a rough start and then a good middle section. It looked like that course was playing hard today. Even the leaders are just 1 under par. So really tough course in relation to par. Cats 7 up. Shout out to Team DGA member Allie Smith, who for her first 11 holes was only 1 over par. Looks like she picked up a handful of bogeys and a birdie on the home stretch, but finds herself just 2 ahead of Kat. So we have 5 and 7 over on the FPO side, and then a whole slew of players over on MPO. It is so exciting. I know I said this last week. I'll probably say it every single week for the rest of the year, so don't at me. It is so exciting to see all of these names that I have favorited on UDisc. All of these Team DGA players is just does the heart good. Yeah, without going into everybody's score, looks like a lot of up and down. So it looks like a pretty difficult course over on the men's side, but there's a 7-stroke spread between Austin and Austin. The Austins. I hope Turner gives Hannum a hard time, because it'll probably go the other way tomorrow, and they're going to go back and forth all year. They've already got this thing started about who's the best Austin on the team. We'll see if Turner texts Hannum today, like, hey, hashtag bookends on Team DGA today, am I right? That's what I do, but I'm also not a professional athlete. They probably don't speak to each other like that. Noah, only one of 3 people to get the birdie on 18 so far. Oh my goodness. What is 18? Must be hard. An 800-foot par 4? What the heck? Wait, am I reading that right? An 800-foot par 4 and he got a 3? Holy. And what was his putt? Oh my gosh, a 98-foot throw-in. Well, yeah, I guess that's you got a couple. So what? It would be like a 400-foot drive and a upper 300-foot approach shot. And then you got a 100-foot throw in. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh, I did it? Oh, thanks. Thanks there, bud. We literally discovered you by being an... that's kind of funny, actually. I'm not an impressionist. I mean, it is why I work here. But don't tell them. I'm actually not good at it. I could get that in 18 shots. Yeah, me and Tim... Tim and me, we're doing our exhibition match. Oh, an 800-foot shot's no big deal. Get that in 3 or 4 there. I think that's about all we have. We don't have an official release date for the tour series. Oh, we need to sign off by eating the St. Patty's Day cookies. By the way, does anybody just not like these at all? I know from looking at me, you would assume I'm not a healthy person, and I'm not. But even I have a limit. This is too much. So here's what we're going to do. Get the trash can. We're going to take the other cookie. We're going to scrape the frosting off of it. I'll leave like 2 little green sprinkles. Throw that cookie away. Cheers. Happy St. Patty's Day. It's just so chalky. I'll have one more just for the lulls. That's going in the trash though. Ugh. Stick to the Aussie accent. That was Irish. That's going to be me if I ever go up to the UPM, just to be walking around. Top of the morning to you, Tim. It's really great. Don't you think I got a great Upper Peninsula accent here? I'm speaking just like you guys. They're like, that's not how we... Oh, aye. That's a great shot, Tim. Okay, thank you, Kelly. Yeah, no, Doc, no. They're not the best cookies, no. Ugh. I think Ed didn't like that either. The frosting on those is the worst in the world. Well, it was bad, and the cookie wasn't much better. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you. All right. Well, we're going to shut it down. We got another 10 minutes of legal time here, but tough. All right. Thanks for watching. Oh, thoughts and prayers to Ben. Ben wasn't able to be here today because, you know, the doctors did everything they could, and he's going to be fine. He didn't even see a doctor today. I just told him we didn't need him since we had a guest, but still, you could tell him you're thinking about him. There's no reason not to, right? And we'll be back with him next week. Use guys. Guys, I can't. I'm not going to get sucked into this. All right. Keep watching this weekend follow their progress on UDisc Live or the Disc Golf Network, but we have a whole murder of Team DGA people out at the Open at Austin right now. Go Team DGA. Lots of exciting discs coming out either now or soon. So pay attention and follow all of our socials. Jump in that Discord if you want an even more casual, fun hangout with us. And the Proto. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff happening. More information about the prototype fairway driver coming soon, including the name, the numbers, the icon, the first flight artwork, where you can get it. You know what? I will tease this because we're close enough to the actual announcement. We are going to release these discs with Disc Store. The disc member box, if any of you are familiar with that, they do one every month. Those are going to be the first people that are able to get their hands on the new Proto. It's not going to be like the first flight of this disc. It's going to have special artwork specific to the disc member box. And that's going to drop before the first flights are available. So go subscribe to that. They're going to be making that announcement this weekend or early next week about the new DGA disc that's going to be in their box. So stay tuned for that. If you want to be one of the first people ever to get your hands on this overstable 9-speed, then you need to get the disc member box. Otherwise, wait for a little bit after that when we release the first flights. Got it? All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next week. Until then, please try your best to throw DGA discs at DGA baskets. Peace.